Okay, it's on. It's on, guys. Okay, crazy video. This is gonna be a crazy video, guys. This is a video that I need to make for my own growth, because I want to put myself in a position, always, in a position that the ego does not want me to be. So, I'm in the park, the weather is good, people are sitting over here, people over there, like 4 meters from the camera, people are looking at me right now. It gives more fear, but that's perfect, because this is exactly what I want to, kill. I want to kill the fear of the camera. I want to be 100% myself, and I talk a lot on the camera, but today is a low frequency day, and that means, Linda and me have some friction, and that means my frequency dropped, and I got in low frequency, guys. And that means, when I get in low frequency, that means that, I get in fear, I get in control, and, my mind is giving me feelings and stories, and then telling me I'm afraid of the camera, and how do I act on the camera. And, I cannot explain it, but it gives a feeling, it gives a feeling of fear, and it is fake, guys, and I was reflecting on that, and I was like, I need to get my tripod at home. I need to put my phone in it. I need to put the mic on. I need to go to the park, and I need to talk about this because it is fake, and I want to win from that crazy low frequency feeling, guys. Because what happens is, guys, that, I always lived on fear, I identified myself with fear my whole life. My life was fear, guys, From a very young of age, when I was very young, guys, I did not go from slides. I was always scared of everything. We had a speedboat, and our family had a speedboat, and I was too scared to get on it. I was too scared to get in the water. I was always scared of everything, and fear ruined my life. It ruined my life, but it ruined. My program was fear, guys, So whenever I get in low frequency state, I feel fear, That's why I do so much, I put so much work into, into my life to kill that fear, and, to not get in that low frequency state. Because once you're in that low frequency state, guys, for me, it's fear, And the stories are fake, I know they are fake. I know the feelings are fake, but they are there. And the most people would, listen to those feelings, but not me, guys. I'm winning right now because crazy, guys, people around me, like looking at me right now, for a minute ago, there were people like sitting there, like the fear in my body was like, Mike, But this is what I want to do, guys. I want to be 100% fearless on the camera, I don't want fear. And I want to, show you guys that it is fake, because the feelings I had in my body, the stories that I was making, are not real. I cannot listen to that, guys. And you cannot listen to that. It is an illusion, It is a low frequency that is controlling your mind. And, once, your mind is telling you to do, for example, for me, guys, to not film yourself and to not stand in front and between the people, guys, I do it. I need to do it. I do it because this is where my growth is. This is where the growth is, and that I can share to the world, I am growing from this video massively, guys, and I'm sharing it to the world because I want to show you guys that fear is an illusion. It's not real, guys, You need to understand that all the stories in your mind are fake. It's illusion. It's not real. It's the devil. It's 100% the devil. And how lower your frequency drops, how more stories you have, how more fear you got, For me, it's fear, guys, because my program was fear, But some people have lust, When they get in lower frequency, they want to eat more food, Or they want to watch porn, or they want to, chase somebody on a dating app, or they want to find that sex, or, everybody has something in their low frequency. For me, and for Linda, you know, I can talk for her because I see and feel it, is fear. Fear dominated our life, guys, you know. And the only way to not feel those stories, to not, you know, to not get those stories and those feelings in your mind, the fake illusion stories, is by raising your frequency. So when my frequency, you know, drops like today, I need to do something that my ego is telling me not to do, guys. That means I need to take out this tripod. I need to, you know, go in the park between the people and just do it, because it's not true. It's an illusion. Why would I get fear of speaking in camera? Why would I fear of, you know, filming myself, you know, between the people? Why is it scary? You know, why is it giving me that strange feeling to talk between the people? You know, what is wrong with it? Why do I have it? And I'm sharing this to you guys because it is my gift. The devil is doing everything to give me fear, to not do this, to not share wisdom to the world, to not show you guys that it's an illusion. Because right now, guys, the fear is 100% gone, you know. And a few minutes ago, I felt it in my whole body. I felt it in my hands, and it's gone. The camera can never touch you. It cannot hurt you, guys. You know, the fear of what people think is an illusion. You need to break free, and that's what I'm doing right now again, guys. Breaking free from that low frequency, fake stories that is not real. You need to understand that, you know, if you are making stories that, one, you are in low frequency state, you know, something has happened in your life that is not the right decision. You did not make the right choice. You know, you have a problem in your relationship. It means I did not make the right decision because I let it, you know, I let it happen, you know. I needed to stay more close to Jesus. So, I hope the wind is not with the mic, but that, you know, that we did not have that issue between us right now, you know. It is 100% always my fault, every situation. But I got in low frequency state. So, I was making stories. So, I was not close to God anymore. Hello. I was not close to God, to Jesus anymore, guys. You know, because I did not make the right decision. I let it happen. No matter what happened, I let it happen. So, you know, I got those stories. I got a low frequency, and that means you are closer to the devil. The ego is controlling you, you know. So I'm doing this right now, guys, because I want to break myself free from that illusion of fear, because the camera is the thing that, you know, is gonna, you know, make me grow. It's gonna make the people, you know, in my coaching grow. The people that are looking at me right now, you know, it's gonna make you grow. You know, you cannot, you know, you cannot give that a feeling. The camera, you know, is just a camera, guys. Why do we give it a feeling? And it's crazy, but right now I'm just elevating my frequency and I'm just talking about it because I want to share this to the world, guys. You know, I want you guys to understand that it's all fake. Every story you make, you know, it means you are in the future. It means that you're out of your power. It means that you control. It means that you fear. It means that you're in low frequency. It means that you're making the right decisions in life. You need to start making the right decisions, and you need to, you know, kill that fear. You need to break yourself free from that illusion of a fear, guys. You know, it's all so fake. And once you understand that, you know, you break free from that, you know, you're spiritually free and you can grow to levels that you cannot imagine, guys, because it's not about the money. It's not about the likes, the followers. It's not about anything worldly. It's all about spiritual, you know that you are aligned, that you don't fear anything. You just fear God, but you don't fear anything, you know. And that's the way, that's the journey that I'm taking. I don't want to fear anything anymore. Anything in my life, you know. You see me, you see Mike, you know, making this video, you know, in a park, you know, between the people. But my mind was telling me not to do this. Everything in my body was giving me fear, you know, to not do this. And I know the art of living, because when I feel that, you know, I do it. And once I do it, guys, and it's not easy, you know, it's not easy to do this. This lifestyle is not for the weak, you know. This lifestyle, you know, is for the really strong. It's for the people that really want to grow. And I'm not even talking about the habits, guys. The habits, waking up at 4:44, counting my macros, training every day, you know, morning walk with a 20 kilo vest, 0 alcohol, 0 drugs, 0 caffeine, no medications for the brain, you know. I'm not even talking about all the things that I do, but I'm talking about, you know, doing the things that the fear is telling you not to do. You know, or you're in low frequency and it's telling you to watch porn, you know, or eat food when you are fat and you should not eat, you know. It's very difficult, you know. It is not for the weak, but you cannot listen to any of those stories, guys, you know. I just, you know, elevated my frequency again because the camera is going to be with me, you know, the rest of my life. And I feel one day, you know, I'm gonna take a team of content creators with me, you know, to the gym and everywhere in life, and I'm gonna give the world faith like that. So, you know, I need to kill this fear, and I'm doing that, you know, in all areas, you know. And it's not easy, guys, because you feel it and you still do it. It's going, you know, you're going against everything that your body and your mind is telling you, you know. And that's the way to grow, guys. So I'm sharing this, guys, you know, massive growth for myself, you know, putting this online, you know, making a lot of videos, but I'm just growing so fast. And, you know, I'm showing you guys that, you know, the fear is normal, but you just cannot listen to it. Do not think what you want to say. You know, when you talk to people around you or talk to the neighbors, you don't think about what you're gonna say when you see them, guys, you know. That's what I do in these videos. I don't think, I just flow. When I start to think in front of the camera video, what am I gonna say? It's not going well, guys. You know, you get stuck and, you know, it's not flowing. So, you know, when you talk to your neighbors or your girlfriend or your family, you don't think, guys, you just speak. That's what you should do on this camera. That's what I'm training myself every single day. You know, it's not even my native language and I still do it. And I'm gonna say, guys, if I can do it, you can do it. If I can do it, guys, you can do it. So, crazy, guys. Killed the fear between the people. I love it. I love it. I love it, guys, you know. This is the way. This is the only way to grow spiritually in life. So let's go, guys. God bless and much love.